Chari Jaya Kunjari Jaya Radha Madhava 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 Jaya Kunjari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra Sudarshana Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra Sudarshana Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra Sudarshana Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagani Nayana Patagani Bhavati Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagani Nayana Patagani Bhavati Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Sri Radhe Jai Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Sri Radhe Jai Radha Shyam Sundar Radha Shyam Radha Shyam Sundar Sri Radhe Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Sri Radhe Jai Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Damodar Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Jaya Radha Krishna Chandra Radha Krishna Chandra Sri Radhe Jaya Gauranika 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 Jaya Gauranika Jaya Gauranika 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 Jaya Gauranika Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji, am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So we'll continue the session. Anyway, only you are there, but maybe some riders may join. Let's see. But we'll start.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So today we'll be discussing fourth canto, 20 chapter, 20th shloka, 24, 20, 20. So this is a Maharaj Prutu story continues. And thanks for joining from your busy schedule. And let's continue the session. We'll start. I'm just projecting the shloka on the screen. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayashu Bhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavansya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sijivam Sadvaitam Sarvadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakavitam Syam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusuti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Asadi Gaura Bhaktarvrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So I am reading the sloka. Prasthana enam anugraha vilambitaha pasyan padma palak saksho na prastaste suruta satam. Word to word translation by Srila Prabhupada. Prasthana to leave. Abhimukhaha ready. Api although. Enam he. Anugraha by kindness. Vilambitaha detained. Pasyan seeing. Padma palasha aksha. The Lord whose eyes are like petals of lotus flower. No, not. Prataste departed. Suruta the well-wisher. Satam of the devotees. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Lord was just about to leave, but because he was so greatly inclined towards the behavior of King Prithu, he did not depart. Seeing the behavior of Maharaj Prithu with his lotus eyes, he was detained because he is always the well-wisher of his devotees. But here, the words Suhrut Satam are very significant. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is already very inclined towards his devotee and is always thinking of devotees' well-being. This is not partiality. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord is equal to everyone. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. But to one who is particularly engaged in his service, he is very much inclined. In other place, the Lord says that a devotee always exists in his heart and he also exists always in the heart of devotee. The special inclination of the Supreme Personality of Godhead for his devotee is not unnatural, nor it is partiality. For example, sometimes a father has several children, but he has special affection for one child, who is very much inclined towards him. This is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Tesham satayuktanam bhajatam pitipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena ma upayanti te. Those who constantly engage in devotional service of the Lord in love and affection are directly in contact with Supreme Personality of Godhead, sitting as a super soul in everyone's heart. The Lord is not far away from the devotee, he is always in everyone's heart. But only the devotee can realize the Lord's presence, and thus he is directly connected and he takes instruction from the Lord at every moment. Therefore, there is no chance of devotees being in error, and nor is there any partiality on the Lord, part of the Lord for his pure devotees. Hare Krishna. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते जय पताका स्वामिनिति नामिने नमो आचार्यपदाय निताय कृपाप्रदायिने गौरकथादामदाय नगरग्राम तारिणे नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषण्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Just a minute, bro. I'm just stopping the share. Okay. Yes. So today, 20th shloka, we are discussing. This is a Prithu Maharaj story continue. So if you see the shloka, it reads प्रस्थानाभिमुखोऽपि एनम् अनुग्रह विलंबितः पश्यन् पद्मफलसाक्षो न प्रस्तते सुहृत् सताम्. The Lord was just about to leave, but because he was so greatly inclined towards the behavior of King Prithu, he did not depart. Seeing the behavior of Maharaj Prithu with his lotus eyes, he was detained because he is always the well-wisher of his devotees. Okay. Lord was about to leave. From what place? Let's discuss that. So basically, we have seen the story of King Prithu. Prithu Maharaj, who is a empowered incarnation, Shaktavesh incarnation Lord. And in this incarnation, Prithu Maharaj is re-establishing the religion of Vedic religion, Sanatan. Why he was trying to re-establish it? Because his father destroyed it. Who? His father name was King Vena, that we have seen. Why he destroyed? Because he was demonic. He did not wanted godly civilization, Vedic-based civilization to flourish. He was demonic. He just cut down all those Sanatan Dharma. And he was demonic. He wanted him to be worshipped only. He did not wanted Lord Krishna to be worshipped. So King Vena was ultimately killed by the Brahmanas or the saintly people or the powerful, pious people there with the power of their mantra, because Lord will never allow adharma. He will come and kill the adharmi people. This is what it happened. Now, after killing Vena, problem is not solved. Problem is because he has destroyed the culture, so somebody has to re-establish the Vedic civilization, Vedic culture. Who did that? King Krutu, Lord himself came in the form of his Saktavesh incarnation and as a King Prithu, and he was trying to re-establish the religion. So he was trying to, and then he interacted with Mother Earth. Shiva has taken the form of cow by the fear of King Prithu, but he gave her the fearlessness and said that you supply all the ingredients, material ingredients required for human civilization, please supply, because she has stopped giving because King Vena was sinful king. So that's what it happened. We have seen that when the Sanatan or the Vedic civilization or the dharmic civilization deteriorates, the Mother Earth stops giving the natural resources by freehand, because that is the way it works. God wants, because ultimately all the ingredients are given to us to facilitate our material existence, our so-called material enjoyment, and remaining time we are supposed to spend on the spiritual enjoyment. Now, if this doesn't happen in a balanced way, there is always a disturbance, and the material nature will stop giving the supplies. That's what it was exactly happening at that time. And then King Prithu Maharaj came. He was actually trying to establish the religion. Then he pacified the Mother Earth. Mother Earth started giving a lot of ingredients in abundance, all the grains, fruit, diamonds, gold, vegetables, milk, and all this natural resources. Prabhupada writes in somewhere, some many purpose, many places. Prabhupada wrote, what is a real progress? What is a real flourishing culture? What are the criterias? I mean, material criteria, I'm saying. So Prabhupada mentions that the real material criteria for the advanced or progressive civilization from material point of view is basically having sufficient grains, vegetables, milk, the natural diamonds, natural metal, and all natural, forest, natural ingredients, not unnatural or artificial like plastics and all these fibers and plastics and these, all artificial. These are all not going to solve our problem beyond some life. They may give some luxury, but basic civilization problem is not solved. In fact, it's complicated. That's what is happening. So modern civilization has this issue. We are trying to create a comfort in our life by assuming that by increasing our artificial needs, we may become comfortable, but that's not happening. We are becoming discomfortable. We have got needs. There are some natural needs, there are some artificial needs. Natural needs means ahara, bhaya, nidra, maithun, and for that, whatever we need for eating, sleeping, continuing this material world, prapancha, we call it prapancha. I mean, it goes on. For that, we need all those resources, ingredients. They are all based on milk, grain, vegetables, milk, all those things. And then peripherals, associated businesses. Generally, people can be happy. And earlier, many Vedic civilization necessitates this. Have agriculture land, have cows, have sufficient grains. And Mother Earth has got so much to offer, which is like other than these. You can utilize that. But currently we are getting into very different zone where we don't need everything what we are actually trying to achieve today. We need only limited thing, but we are trying to achieve everything, artificial thing, and getting into more of our complexities, and it's not end up, and it's not ending only. Nevertheless, that's not a point here. That's a different point. I mean, but the thing is, King Prithu started re-establishing the religion by incorporating, by giving the promotion to Brahmanas, encouraging the yajna, encouraging the sacrifices. And he himself was doing a lot of yajna. Ashwamedh yajna is supposed to be the topmost yajna, very powerful. King Prithu was doing that. He was promoting the science of devotion. Lord was worshipped everywhere. His devotees, his gurus are worshipped everywhere. And he was in this way, he was trying to establish religion. Yagyas, he himself did 99 yagyas and 100 yagyas he was trying to do. And King Indra, who was jealous about it, he felt threatened, he felt insecure, and he tried to destroy the yagya. That's a long story which we discuss. He tried to hijack the horses which are meant for this Ashwamedh yagya and thus created disturbance. But of course, King Prithu was not disturbed, continued the yajna. But in all this process, Indra exposed himself and like a villain, and he was like he was caught, and King Prithu wanted to punish him, but Lord Brahma advised him against not doing that. Why? Because that's a very important piece of this last some slokas Lord Brahma advised him and not to do that because he did not wanted Indra to further get irritated, get agitated and create more and more disturbances. Indra hijacked the horses and then thus he set the train to, create a disturbance. I mean, it's a cheating. And that was in that yuga, it was not very common. Very few people will do cheating in Satya Yuga. But Indra tried to incorporate this sort of adharma. Although he was demigod, he's a chief of demigod, he's actually partial devotee. But under the influence of Maya, under the influence of egoistic, we have got so many needs. And to satisfy especially ego needs, one can do anything. Ravana tried to kidnap Sita Devi, ultimately got killed, but then he dared it. Why? Because he has uncontrolled mind, uncontrolled desires. Although he was powerful, he was well versed with Vedic science, but he was having this problem, uncontrolled mind, lust. And to satisfy that mind and lust, he was trying to do this sort of thing. There are many examples like demons, especially. Even in so-called good people also have this habit. Of course, demons will full-fledged having this bad thought process. But the not people, human being or demigods also having this problem because we are under the influence of Maya. And due to influence of Maya, we keep suddenly get into this, wrong thought process. And we create the disturbance, we create offense. That's what is happening with Indra. Okay, so the story continues here. Now, Indra was chastised by Lord Brahma also. King Prutu also chastised him, but King Prutu did not kill him because Lord Brahma advised against killing Indra. Why? Because at the end of the day, Indra is a very respected personality, pious personality, although he has got these problems. So he did not wanted to create a wrong precedence by King Prutu by killing him and lowering him so much such at a lower level. In fact, then Ashwamedh Yajna was going on. Of course, Lord Brahma told him to stop at 99th Yajna and he actually stopped it. But then later on, this chapter, Lord Krishna himself came. He was very satisfied with Lord Brahma's behavior. King Prutu's behavior. Why? Because King Prutu behaved in a very well-mannered, very pious, suiting to his position of Kshatriya king, Raja Rishi. He was not only king, he was Rishi also. Raja Rishi. Rajarshi means king also, but saintly king. So Lord Brahma was satisfied. Lord Vishnu told 100 yajna he wanted to finish. So Lord Vishnu encouraged and Lord Krishna came along with Indra and this yajna was starting. 100 yajna and it was going on. And Krishna brought Krishna brought Indra also. Because Indra felt later on very guilty and he was pardoning. He was asking for pardon. And Lord Krishna brought him on this and said, you start the 100 yajna in front of King Prutu and told that, okay, Lord Indra is here. He is your offender. But don't punish him. And you are done good by not punishing him. Lord Krishna, why he said that? He was trying to appreciate the King Prutu. How how he was showing his forgiveness. Forgiveness is the great quality of devotee. Devotee will never keep any grudge against anybody, even though somebody is offended to him. King Indra was big offender to King Prutu. Why? Because he disturbed the yajna process. And it was not just first or second, it was 100th yajna. So, but King Prutu did not chastise him, neither he killed him, although he was capable of doing that. The whole demigods were on the side of King Prutu. So Krishna comes and tells him, you are so, you are so saintly, you are so pious, you are so ideal king. And he was very happy with his king qualities. Protect the citizen, ensure citizens are happy. You are so happy with that. And then he explains, Lord Krishna, sort of, adores him and saying that, yes, this is the way devotee should behave. And actually, after the Lord wanted to leave, but by seeing the quality of um, King Prutu, seeing his expression, seeing his composed approach, Lord Krishna waited there, and he was talking to King Prutu also. He was, appreciating King Prutu. So this shloka, particular shloka is about Krishna is about to leave after the end of Yajna, but he could not do that by seeing the divine qualities of King Prutu. And the shloka says that um, the Lord was just about to leave, but because he was so greatly inclined to the behavior of King Prutu, he did not depart. Seeing the behavior of Maharaj Prutu with his lotus, he was detained because he is always the well-wisher of devotees. See, so in this shloka, this is the shloka. So this is the context. Basically, just a minute. The context, this is the context that Lord Krishna himself came and blessed King Prutu because King Prutu was so great. Now, in this particular shloka, this is the context, and the Prabhupada explains in purport very specific words. Surut Satam are very significant. Means what? Surut Satam means the God is always inclined towards his devotees and always thinking of devotees' well-being. See, so important. Being pious, following the dharma, following Sanatan principles, these are all fine. These are all okay. Ideal king, very good. But Maharaj Prutu has a very special quality. In addition to this, he was a pure devotee of Lord. And Lord was also very affectionate towards him. That's why Lord just could not leave the place of worship after finishing that particular ceremony because he was so inclined, he was so fascinated by King Prutu. He wanted to talk to King Prutu, give him blessings. So he was so captivating, Maharaj Prutu. Now, Surata Sata means, Prabhupada explains, this Lord does specifically with his devotees. He is very much inclined to a devotee. He gives special favor to devotee. But Bhagavad Gita says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu. I am equal to everybody. Everybody. All human being, animals, demigods, he is equal to him. Equal in the sense, he is equal materially. He will try to take care of these living entities. He's always trying to please the living. He's always facilitating them for their well-being. But it's a living entity who creates so much bad karma that ultimately laws of action, karma, has to come into picture, and human being, and we are penalized for that. Why? Because we are violating rules of this nature, material, which is created by Lord. So if you go against the Lord, he will not be enforcing anything himself on you because he loves you. So in love, there is no question of force. It's always voluntary. It's always out of love. So like that, like it's father, like father and son. So if son is mischievous, father may inflict some punishment on him just because son should get rectified and he should come back to him. Son should go back to father with proper mind, proper mood, not that in the punishing mood, oh, I will punish you. You come and surrender to me. Come and worship me. No, that is not the way, Lord. In Bhakti Yoga, definitely that's not the process. There is always a independence. There is always the independence given to devotee. I mean, to every soul. We have got our mind with independence. We are free to use it. Lord will never intervene in it. But the situation created outside is as per the material nature, which works by under the supervision of Lord Krishna. So Lord punishes us in one way through, if our karmas are not good, through his material nature. But directly he'll always love. Even the devotee, even the non-devotees, even the animal, everybody Lord is always in loving mood. He's always ready to help us, even though we are so sinful. Whatever may be your reaction, whatever may be your bad things, piled up for a long time, Lord will always try to rectify that. How he is doing that? By providing him material necessities so that at least we understand the material nature and understand that it is not meant for us. We are not bodies, we are spirit soul. And all our problems are linked to our body. Ahara Nidra Maithum, okay, and we create a lot of karmas. And as a every karma has its phala, reaction. Every action got reaction. And Lord has created his material to understand, experiment ourselves on this material world, saying that, oh, it's really true that I am not belonging to this material world. I am not this body. I am spirit soul. And Lord has designed this material world in such a way that it will never allow you to be satisfied here fully. You will not be happy here. You'll have some enjoyment, material enjoyment. That's fine. And this material world is made perfectly, but it is imperfect. It's perfectly imperfect. Means it's it's designed for imperfection, because living entities should understand, if you continue rotting here in material world, you will face the imperfection. You will face the, and because material nature, the living entity's original entity, identity soul is perfect. So perfection trying to get into imperfection always create an incompatible situation. And at that point of time onward, Lord wants us to understand that we should not be satisfied with the imperfection. I deserve more. Soul deserves more, and I deserve more happiness, but I will not get it here. I'll get it. The soul should realize that I should get it, that happiness, eternal happiness, only by associating, surrendering to Lord Krishna. So this message, this message is given by Lord Krishna. Okay, so Lord Krishna is trying to mold us to that direction, that please come to me. Don't get engrossed. But of course, it doesn't happen in day one. It doesn't happen on next moment. We have got so much piled up desires for material nature. For that, we have to go through that dharma, artha, kama, moksha, so-called, means we have to enjoy our senses and slowly understand that, oh, there's nothing in the sense enjoyment, but you have to understand slowly. So Lord will not give us that shock, oh, suddenly something. But of course, bad things will keep happening with us because we have piled up karmas. So there are two things. Bad thing happens to us due to pile up of our bad karma is fine. That is there. But other thing that can happen to is you will be slowly coming out of these material desires, pans of material sufferings. Although Lord may give us so many material opulences, in that stage also, it's not that always, you will be like a drowned, you will be thrown out in the water, you will be, pulled down by Lord. Oh, no, 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 you come to me, you come down, and your material, prosperities are stumbling blocks. I'll remove all those material prosperities. That doesn't happen that way, because we are not that much capable of taking these shocks. But Lord, as a special mercy, Prabhupada writes somewhere, He will take away everything from devotee. He will give devotee more trouble. But that happens to mainly for pure devotees. Maybe there is slight contamination and he want to just cut that final shot so that pure. Otherwise, we are all driven by ahara nidra maithum, our normal karmic actions and reactions, and it goes on. Lord doesn't want us to follow that blindly. Lord want us to come to Him, go to Him. Why? Because that is our natural constitutional position. We'll be happy there. Now, what do you mean by leaving the material world? leaving the material world. It is simple thing. There is no question of physically leaving the material world immediately. There is no need of doing that. In fact, it is more dangerous. Our material nature, material body, material senses will continue to be there. But we should utilize this body, which is a beautifully given machine, to understand our inner nature, constitutional nature. That is soul. What is soul? What are these functions? So in material world is made in such a way that it is full of materialism, materialistic desires, full of material resources. But there is one not given. Like it's like a falling in the well, and you want to come out, very difficult. But if somebody give you the rope, you can come out selectively. Like that, chanting is like a rope from this material nature. So if you keep chanting, if you adopt those devotional service, you will realize that not only my material possessions are taken care, my material anxieties are removed, or I am helped in material life also by Lord, but you will understand that slowly we are developing that detachment for this material enjoyment. We slowly understand, oh, there's nothing much. Although material enjoyment is our main motivation and we are fascinated by material enjoyment. Big, very nice dishes, high quality, you know, um, maybe sexual life, very good, your material layer, material, positions are there. You have got so many things to enjoy. Slowly you will find that these things are, you know, uh, not affecting us because we are getting detached to this. We are not remaining attached. I mean, we'll become indifferent. We may forget to get into this material enjoyment, or you may remember also. You may do some material enjoyment depending on the level of the devotion. But ultimately, the whole purpose is Lord want us to go to Him as early as possible, but in a very pure form. If you go with this material contamination, that's a disaster. Lord doesn't want that. We should remove our material contamination. Then our natural, swarup, natural form, that is a Satchidanand, will be revealed to you. And we'll find that, oh, I am eternally blissful. I am supposed to be blissful eternally. Okay, I am having, full knowledge and I'm eternal. I don't die. My soul doesn't die. Only body die. So once you know our real opulence, real nature, we will like to get into that, to facilitate that process. And once you get into that, you are in natural position to serve Lord Krishna. Because, okay, you are knowledgeable, you are blissful, so what? What about Lord, who is the creator? So like the thing is, you cannot be knowledgeable, blissful without in connection with Lord. So once you connect to Lord, like once the son connects to father, all the opulences of father are there for son. Similarly, we also can get that benefit of getting all our, opulences back, Satchidanand, and eternally live the life of, you know, in the spiritual consciousness. So King Prithu was trying to establish that dharma. We discussed that. He did Ashwamedh Yajna also. Lord Vishnu came, Lord Krishna came along with Indra, and he told Indra to beg a pardon. King Prithu had already pardoned, but his Lord is trying to pacify it. Lord is trying to enlighten. Prithu Maharaj also saying that, this is what you have done is good for the human society. Good that you did not punish Indra, because your position would have come down. And in one way, uh, he is telling Prithu Maharaj to, uh, continue his, king as a king and deliver the, message of devotion to the devout citizens, take care of citizenship. So Lord Krishna wanted to, appreciate the king Prithu. Okay, so he doesn't want us to come back to this material world again. So any king, any system, king or farmer, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they should know what is goal of life. Our goal of life is not to follow some Brahman or Kshatriya or king or some doing our job. That is a means, that is the tools, but our goal of life is to achieve Krishna. We have forgotten Krishna. to achieve Krishna is our goal of life. So once you know the goal of life, we'll try to connect to Lord in various ways. One is some people try to do karma yoga, that is ultimately to achieve the Lord only. They know that. Okay, I'll work very hard, I'll give some of my work fruits to the Lord. That is a karma kanda. Karma yoga. Means by his karma, because he has got some material desires, he's trying to enjoy the senses. So Lord say, okay, you do this yogic process, you do the karma, and ultimately offer to me the fruits of it to me. Jnana yoga is like that. Jnana yoga utilizes knowledge, mental speculation, mental power to understand more about scriptures, about God, and slowly understand that Lord is the supreme personality of God. Bhakti yoga is very straight, direct, and absolutely no contamination. Bhakti yoga means ultimately the creator is Lord. So, Bhakti yogi first understand who is creator. Then he will understand why he is created, why there is a creation. That's what we have discussed. Because that is meant for rebellious soul like us, who doesn't want to accept the authority of Lord. So he sent them to material world. Okay. So basically, um, devotees are, in the sense, devotees are very close and dear to. So Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Esham satatu yuktanam bhajatam vidhipurvakam. Means devotees always constantly thinking of the Lord, although he is in material world. So devotees are uh, not with a tinge of material desire. He is not with a tinge of material desire. He is having devotion. He's always connected to Lord. Although he may do his uh, material duties, because we have come to Lord has sent us here. Um, although we are devotees, Lord has sent us here. There are other people also. We have to change our consciousness. So there is no question of suddenly going out of this material world, because we have to change our consciousness. We have to change our consciousness, and ultimately, by changing our consciousness from material consciousness to Krishna consciousness, this is a way to come out of this material world. And how to do that? The devotee does this very simple way. Tesham satata yuktanam. You keep chanting Lord's name. You keep remembering Lord. You keep worshipping Lord. Slowly our material desires will come down. Karmic actions will be there. Reaction also will be there, but it will be subsided. Lord will remove all our reactions at some point of time. The more you surrender, the more it happens fast. And ultimately, uh, we'll achieve our consistent position. How? Because we are Satchidananda. So once we remove the contamination of our material contamination from our consciousness, contamination is our consciousness. Body is just external part of it. Body is just, sort of it's just facilitating medium. Body is not a contamination per se. It's our consciousness which is contaminated. Once it is purified, even the body is there or not, spiritual body is there, material body is there, it doesn't matter, because all we are purified. So that is the process. How to do that? By constantly chanting the Lord's name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Constantly chanting Lord's name, constantly worshipping Him, and always remembering Him. Slowly our consciousness will change to Krishna consciousness, and we are in our natural conscious position. So this is the context of the shloka. Lord Krishna is appreciating Prutu, Maharaj Prutu, and that is the learning for us also, that Lord Krishna is is very dear to devotee, and devotees are very dear to Lord Krishna. Although Lord Krishna is equal to everybody, that is true, but devotees are more dear to him. Lord Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita, in this sloka, which is Tesham Satyayukta. So the people who are constantly remembering me, Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, always worshipping me, I'll give them the buddhi yoga, I'll give them the intelligence in such a way that he will come back to us. Him means the devotee, the soul will go back to Lord. Lord gives that intelligence to him, and that is how Lord assures that to us. So if you keep, so that nobody else is saying that, Lord himself is saying that. So that is where we should utilize this Lord's, mercy, blessings on us, and go back to Godhead. So this is the context, and then story of Kutu Maharaj will continue further as we go along. We'll understand that. But this for today. So I will stop here. Any comments, questions from the devotees? Let's take it up. And I'd like to thank all devotees who joined today from their morning busy schedule and keep joining the Srimad Bhagavatam classes. Keep getting enlightened by the Lord's mercy in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. So any questions, comments we can discuss, and then we can close the session. Hare Krishna. Okay. So if there are no questions or comments, I think we'll close the session. Not many devotees today, but anyway, please keep joining the Srimad Bhagavatam session on every day. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Srila
Krishna.
Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Antara Srimad Bhagavatam. Jai. I am closing the session now. Hare Krishna. Thanks once again.